Okay, my last craving that I have been having that has only started really in the last like 2 days. It's so weird and it doesn't make any sense to me at all, but what's up, tribe, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me again. If you're new here, my name is Mariah and I am on my pregnancy journey for rainbow baby number 2. So I'm back for another bump date. I told you guys these wouldn't be as often simply because I don't really have a lot to update you guys on from week to week. And to God, there is not but so much changing on a weekly basis. The last update I had for you guys, I was about 21 weeks. I am now 24 weeks. It's crazy. It seems like this pregnancy is in a way coasting by, but also flying by. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it's the summertime. We've been up and out and about, so there hasn't been a lot of like so much like idle time. And plus having a toddler, like that keeps you busy enough too. But yes, I am 24 weeks. I am super happy. I honestly feel like I have just, I don't know how to describe it. I won't say tuned out this pregnancy, but like I guess tuned out any anxiety or like intrusive thoughts, negativity that has, you know, come in the time frame of this pregnancy. And I genuinely have just such an overall sense of calm. The baby is moving very, very often now. So there isn't that sense of like, hey, what's going on in there? Is everything okay? All of my doctor's appointments have gone well. All of my lab work has come back well. So this has been a really, really smooth pregnancy. Like symptoms aside, I know I had a really rough first half to my pregnancy with the symptoms, but like I said, symptoms aside, this has been a smooth pregnancy as far as anxiety, any extra complications. It's been more than I could ask for. But let's go ahead and get into this bump day because I do have some things to definitely share with you guys. Okay, so as far as my symptoms, I'm still having a minimal amount of nausea, but it's mostly movement related nausea. So baby's moving around a lot, lots of body rolls. It's not even the kicks that get me, it's like the flips and the rolling of the body that makes me super duper nauseous, but it's at a minimum compared to the nausea for the first half of my pregnancy. So not taking anything for it. I got a lot of good recommendations in my comments on my last bump date, but I'm not taking anything for it at this point because it's an internal motion. It's not like external motion sickness. So I don't think it would be helpful or even like necessary for me to take anything for that. I don't know. I could possibly take something and it could work for it, but it's very much like in the moment, it comes and goes. So I don't really feel the need to take anything for it. The acid reflux, I'm still battling that. I've just accepted the fact that I am going to be battling that for the duration of this pregnancy. And it is what it is. It's very painful, especially at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. Like that's when it gets probably the most painful. Still just doing the Pepcid and the Tums for it. But I do have an appointment next week. So I am going to talk to them about if they could possibly give me something else that is going to be more helpful in reducing the acid. But just for the mental, in my mind, I've made up my mind that it's just going to be for the duration of this pregnancy. I'm also still dealing with the sciatic nerve pain. I do think that is more so related to just the fact that baby is growing and putting pressure on various areas. It is now on both sides. When I originally went to my appointment and the nerve pain started, it was just on my right side. Now it's also on my left side, so I have sciatic nerve pain on both sides at this point, which is very uncomfortable. It catches me off guard while I'm walking and I go to step down. Like a lot of times I'm like grabbing onto the wall or trying to hurry up and shift my weight so that I don't stumble or anything like that. So it's definitely inconvenient and very uncomfortable, and that comes and goes as well. I am going to start wearing my belly band because they did recommend that as a technique to potentially help it. I have been doing stretching and that helps to a certain extent, but nothing like fully gets rid of it. So I'm going to see if wearing my belly band over, you know, the next few weeks helps a lot with that now that my belly has actually grown a little bit. Because before I was like, what's the point of wearing a belly band if I don't really have a belly? What am I banding at that point? So the doctor recommended that might help. So I am going to locate that in my closet and start utilizing that. I've also been still walking. I've been taking a break this last week, but prior to this week, daily walks. So once in the morning, sometimes once in the evening, just depending on how the weather is. So I'm trying to keep that up and stay active to hopefully help as well. And the last symptom that has really kicked up in probably the last last week has been insomnia, like really, really bad insomnia, to where my mind is just going a million miles a minute at night. I'm tossing and turning. Jeremy hasn't been getting good sleep for other reasons either, so I think we're both to an extent disturbing each other's sleep some nights, to the point where I think 2 nights last week I went ahead and slept in the studio just so that we weren't disturbing each other's sleep. And plus, it was just taking me a really long time to get to sleep, to where some nights I'm only getting about maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep. But I'm also so tired and so exhausted from the day that I can't do anything like edit videos or get other work done, because I'm too tired to actually do it effectively. And it gets to the point where I am just staring at my phone screen, the computer screen, whatever that is. I'm trying to work late at night. It doesn't work. I'm very it just wastes a lot of time, and then I'm still tired on top of that. So while I wanted to be in the same space as I was like before I had Rain, and when I was pregnant with him, I had pregnancy insomnia too, but I could go downstairs, hop on my computer for a couple hours, knock out some editing, get some things done, reply to some comments, and then go back upstairs and go to sleep. And if I slept in, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now I have Rain, who is a toddler, so I don't have the option to have these super flexed hours when it comes to sleep, because when he wakes up in the morning, I need to get up and get our day started. So I definitely have felt for the last couple weeks like I'm just constantly running on empty. Of course, it's not like I can drink an energy drink. The coffee's been at a minimum, because that doesn't really do a whole lot either. And then I'm trying to still get stuff done during the day, so I don't take naps oftentimes either, or I just can't even get to sleep to take a quick cat nap before he's waking up. So the schedule just isn't quite meshing with my sleep pattern right now, but I'm hoping that within the next month I start to fall back into that routine of being able to sleep. Excuse me. I thought I just had to burp, but apparently I had a yawn too. But I'm hoping that I will be able to get back into a normal sleep pattern within the next month or so, because it really is affecting both my energy levels as well as my overall mood. So speaking of mood, lately too, I've been feeling a little bit down, and I think it's mostly because of the lack of rest and just that constantly feeling tired. I haven't felt depressed or anything like that, because that's something that I definitely am keeping like a mental watch on, is perinatal depression, which I don't feel like I currently have, but I've had some pretty low days where I just am crying, and there's certain stuff that seems to be like recycling through my mind that is really bothering me. And usually, to be frank, after I talk to Jeremy about it and like get it out of my system, typically the following day I feel better. For instance, I had one of those kind of moments yesterday where I was really frustrated. It really impacted my entire day up until like the evening time. But like I said, I think the majority of it is coming from not getting enough rest, not getting enough REM sleep, and then being physically uncomfortable on top of that. Other than that, I won't say that I really feel like moody or I'm having like mood swings or anything like that, which is good, because I feel like in the beginning of pregnancy, I'm usually a little bit more snappy, just because I 100% of the time do not feel good. There's like rarely a moment where I feel good and I'm not just coasting by. But I would say now I don't really feel like I have any mood swings. I don't feel like I'm like overly emotional or short-tempered or overly sensitive to things or anything like that. To be honest with you, my biggest mood quarrel right now is surprisingly over food. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get into these cravings that I've been having. So this is one of them. This is the Panera, and no, this is not sponsored, but this is the Panera Autumn Squash Soup. I absolutely have been in a soup mood. I think over the last week or so, I've had this soup. I've had like a chicken tortilla soup, and I don't know if it's just because the weather is changing, but I definitely have been craving lots of soup lately. Also, I have been wanting ice, specifically Chick-fil-A ice. Like, their ice is just top of my list, top tier ice. But I have, asked Jeremy if we could just go ahead and get an ice machine, because it would save on trips running back and forth to Chick-fil-A to get ice. And I've just wanted an ice machine for a while. I like the texture of it. I like snacking on it. And to answer some of your questions, because I know you're probably thinking it, no, I do not believe that I am anemic. I will be asking them, however, to check either way at my appointment next week. But I think I just like ice because, for one, it's refreshing. It satisfies that like oral fixation. And also that's another way that I help get my water intake in. Like, drinking water is a little bit of a pain for me right now. So I don't know, it helps keep me hydrated, I guess, as well. Another craving that I have been having pretty much all summer long is for Sonic churro milkshakes, like that sweet cinnamony churro shake. Like, just thinking about it, I'll probably wind up going and getting one today. Yep, it's solidified, it's happening. If they have it, I'm gonna get it. It'll be a small, but I'm still gonna get it. But the Sonic churro milkshakes, as well as like a side of their churros, definitely has been like a almost weekly thing for probably the last 3 weeks now. And I say weekly because, to be honest with you, that's probably all the sugar and that sweetness form that I can handle. Like, I wouldn't be able to get that type of shake like every other day or every few days, but it definitely has been something that I have wanted every week. And on the weeks where Sonic's, you know, machines aren't broken or down, I have definitely gotten it. Okay. My last craving that I have been having that has only started really in the last like 2 days. It's so weird and it doesn't make any sense to me at all, but these two, Sour Patch Kids and the extra flamin' hot Cheetos. So before you even ask me, yes, together, yes, at the same time, not necessarily alternating. I will take one of these and take one of these and eat them at the same time. I know it does not make sense. I know it seems very, very odd, but the body, the buds, as in the taste buds, and this baby have decided that this is what's good right now. So that is exactly what the snack is at the current time. By the way, I wish I could have got Jeremy's reaction last night, because I think he thought I was only handing him a hot Cheeto, and instead I had both in my hand, and I was confused. So I'm like, why would you want to eat this? I know no like non-pregnant person would want to eat these two together, but he kept opening up his mouth, so I gave it to him. He's like, ooh, that's weird. And in my mind, I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. But yeah, pretty much anything sour, sweet, and spicy, like those three things have all fallen into the category of cravings that I have. If it's candy, I usually want something that is, or gummy candy, I usually want something that is sour. If it's like a sweet candy, it's usually Reese's peanut butter cups or the Magnum ice cream bars. We actually did just get some of those too. And for spicy, it's always stuff like hot fries or hot Cheetos popcorn or the crunchy hot Cheetos. And it's like a solid mix of all three of those. So I don't feel like I really want like a whole lot of like savory foods right now. I'm just very much into quick, small snacks. As far as the gender, just because I know some of you are, you know, wondering what's going on, we're supposed to be doing this potential, I'm just gonna say potential party in October, or event in October. Who knows if it's gonna happen or not. I feel like, to be honest with you, we're due in January. I could probably easily go all the way without finding out and be completely content with that at this point, because I just feel like we're like so close. I know it's like seems like we're so far away, but I don't know, in my mind I feel like we're so close, and maybe that'll change once we get down to those winter months and I'm like to some extent like bored. But the plan is to potentially go to an orchard and set something up at an orchard, whether it be like an apple picking event or something like that for the family. And then I don't know, besides all of that, I haven't worked out any true details, and I think that is even telling me more so that like I'm perfectly content without finding out, because usually I am the planner who's like on top of everything, like this is how this is gonna go, this is where it's gonna be at, this is about the date I think we're gonna have it, and I would be like sending stuff out by now. And I think, for one, between me being tired and also me being just totally content to a certain extent without knowing, I don't know, I just feel, I guess, pretty calm or chill about it more so. And then I think too, because I did tell Jeremy, if you want to go ahead and do a gender reveal or anything like that, you want to throw a party, then you throw it, my man. You, and more of you. Just because I know how much it can be to put these things together and to coordinate all of them. So I practically told him, if you want to do this, it's on you to work out the details. I will show up, look cute, and enjoy the day, but I don't really have the energy for doing anything else outside of that. So as far as the gender is concerned, still to be determined. But you already know, even before I knew what we were having while I was pregnant with Rain, I still did a ton of shopping. I won't say I did a ton of shopping this time, but I have been grabbing little things here or there. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I did get last week for baby number 2. And let's be frank, I couldn't resist because Target literally has the best sales. Okay, so I got this little romper set. It's a TV's romper set. And to answer you guys' questions, yes, all of this is what my definition or consideration is of unisex. But I got that romper. I also got this one, only because it like kind of reminded me of Lion King. I got this romper, which is, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's leaning a little bit more towards girl. I stuck to the stuff that didn't go too far in the girl direction to where if this baby winds up being a boy that I couldn't still, you know, put them in it and have it not look girly. But this was irresistible. It also came in like a two-piece kind of set, so I was like, let me just go ahead and grab that as well. And all of these were like under $5. And then this one, another romper. I got more rompers because I feel like I have a ton of onesies already, and I feel like if we wind up having a girl, I'll probably get some more girl styled rompers. Like there have been a couple that I've been eyeing that have like butterflies and stuff on them, as well as like cute little sandals and stuff like that. So I feel like I'll definitely pick stuff, like a lot more stuff up if we wind up having a girl, but I'm not about wasting money either, so I wasn't gonna pick up anything that I'm like either gender couldn't wear. Now I do have some girl items still that I purchased when I was pregnant with Rain before I found out, and obviously those did not get used, so I do already have some girl things which I'll be excited for this baby to wear if they wind up being a girl, but if not, I'll probably just give them away. Like I have an adorable pair of little girl chucks. They're like a lavenderish color with like some rainbows and stuff on them. So I definitely am excited for the aspect of potentially shopping more clothing wise for a girl this time, but that is the extent of the shopping that I've done so far. I probably really won't do a whole lot more shopping other than getting a few sleepers and things like that that are really super neutral, because I know Burt's and Bees right now I think still has their 40% off sale going on. But yeah, that's all the shopping I've done for baby. I've also done a little bit of shopping for myself as far as like maternity is concerned. I've gotten some sweatpants and stuff like that from Old Navy. But yeah, here's ones that I got from Old Navy. I know it's going to start getting cooler pretty soon, so I just actually picked up some men's because women's are always like tapered towards the bottom, and that's not what I'm looking for. I just wanted something that was going to be loose fitting for my own comfort, and let's be frank, we don't leave the house but so much, so a lot of what I'm getting maternity wise is pretty much like mostly loungewear, and then I have the occasional things for like if I really need to put something on that looks not so casual or lounge. But yeah, one ombre pair, one regular pair, and then I don't know where I put them, but I did pick up another pair from Burlington. I am not doing a bunch of shopping. I didn't do a bunch of shopping when it came to Rain's pregnancy either. I picked up a few shirts and that was pretty much the extent of it. One thing that I did want to mention real quick for any of you who are pregnant and are struggling with the whole bra situation, I just recently tried out one of these Playtex bras, but it is the Playtex 18-hour side and back smoothing cool comfort 4-way support bra. This one right here is literally, and as you can see, Kohl's had them on sale. This bra is literally the best, most comfortable bra that I have worn in a long time, and especially during pregnancy. I need to get some more of them because it's literally the only one that I will dig through piles of laundry to get to and wash multiple times a week. It is just that comfortable, and it does give enough support. As you can see, I'm clearly wearing a bra right now, but okay, this is what the bra looks like. I feel like it's honestly more like wearing a bathing suit top, but it's pretty, I know it makes that sound, but it actually is pretty loose, and the straps are a lot wider than most bras, so it's not like digging into your arms and whatnot. It looks sports bra-esque and slightly granny-ish, but it's super comfortable, so I can care less how it looks because I'm the one who has to wear it at the end of the day. But yeah, it's super duper comfortable. Has 3 hooks in the back, so it's a thicker band. It is not tight, because I know that's what I struggle with and a lot of people struggle with. It's not tight on the belly, so it's not restrictive as far as like you being able to comfortably breathe, especially as the belly is like getting larger. No weird shape to it or anything like that. There's no wire in it to make you uncomfortable, and it's smooth, so it'll go with pretty much whatever shirt you're wearing, so long as you don't care about having the thicker straps at the top. All right, and lastly, let's go ahead and get into this bump shot while I talk about how disrespectful these maternity clothes are. These are the maternity shorts I have on today. They have all this like extra room back here. Belts do not help either, which is why I also refuse to buy any more maternity clothes. But yeah, guys, that's how the belly is coming along. Like I said, I do have an appointment next week that I'll probably vlog and update you guys on, like ish. And the only reason why I say vlog ish is just because I can never record in there anyway. But in any event, I will definitely keep you guys updated on how that appointment goes. But yeah, guys, that is it for this week's bump date. So I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any other questions, feel free to throw them down in the comments and I'll answer them as quickly as I can and to the best of my abilities. I hope you all are having an amazing and wonderful week. I'm sending baby dust to all of you mamas who are still and waiting and trying. For all of you who are pregnant alongside me, just know that we got this. I know the anxiety gets high sometimes, and I know these symptoms really kick our behinds, but these babies are coming through for the win. For everyone else, I'm sending you all good vibes. I hope you all are having an amazing week, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.